Review of the One Tigris TAC phone tactical mini Molle Edc pouch. G'day guys, welcome back of course to the Timeball channel. Hope all is good in your part of the world. Going a little EDC for you today. Partly prompted by the fact that I've shoved crap in all sorts of pockets, in backpacks and pockets and all sorts of other things. And I'm feeling the need to get a little bit of order back into my life. So yeah, hence the need for a little EDC organizer. All right, let's just zoom. Yeah, being organized is a highly understated, underrated, undervalued skill or feature in many aspects, in many areas of life. Least of all my own chaotic existence. So can we just, yeah, you should be able to just pop that out, can you? Okay, so here is our little Molle pouch. These come in at around £12 on Amazon, but they do have a store on AliExpress, so certainly worthwhile waiting for the sales on Ali if the brand is something that you're interested in looking at. What I couldn't find out though, from looking, is where the company is from, where they originate, who founded them, and what the name means, or you know, where they got the name from. So again, if you can help out with that one, please do drop a comment down below. The brand, however, makes some very interesting kit. I've had my eye on these bivvy type tents for a while. You know, they just look ideal for motorcycle camping. And they've got a lot of other sort of, you know, outdoor oriented gear and military oriented gear that seemingly gets very good feedback from many people around the world. So I wanted to get my hands on to check them out. So quick specs on these ones: it's about 16 centimeters unpacked north to south, and about 9.5 centimeters bottom to, you know, on the width. And again, empty, it's about 4 centimeters in depth, and they're suggesting that you'd get around a 5.5-inch phone in here. I don't have one of those, so let's have a look inside. And then, yeah, let's get rid of this because mildly annoying. What does it say on the ticket? So YKKs, yeah, so we've got Duraflex, okay, so these are our buffer puller badges and everything like that, fine. Okay, something else about the brand, Good Gear, beginning with Good Gear. Well, that's one place to start. Also knowing what you're doing with it is another good place to start. All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, so what we've got, so then we have a main pouch section here, which then inside has a separate section there, which I can get pretty much 4 fingers inside. Obviously it's lined on the inside there as well. As I say, the finishing on these things is pretty good. I've used Maxpedition historically, but you know, if you've got any experience in Maxpedition, this one cost around £12. Maxpedition will cost you about £20–30. So yeah, just in the interests of, you know, the economy, the domestic economy, I'm looking for some slightly cheaper options. Also with these things, I find, you know, if you lose them, then you're going to be really kicking yourself if you lost one that's really expensive. As I say, I don't think I'm going to be using this one particularly for phone storage. Again, you've got an additional front pocket in there. I'm going to shove some things in there so you can see what I'm talking about here. As I say, for me, this is more for EDC tidying, but you could easily get a phone in there, in that front section there. Let's shove some stuff in. So what do we got here? We have Victorinox. So I suppose the one aspect that you don't have on this, for example, is that you don't have specific pen holders. So if you were looking to shove something in, you're just going to need to clip it on there. But really, if you've got an issue with that, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's perfectly functional to me. You've then obviously got the belt loops on the back here. Personally, I don't see myself sticking this on a belt. You know, it just looks a little bit 1980s sort of, you know, fanny pack bum bag affair. But yeah, I mean, for attaching to the outside or inside of rucksacks, etc., that's where I imagine I'm going to be using this one, or rucksacks or backpacks. I mean, my God, you're absolutely, you know, stacked for options. Really nice. The other thing that I liked about this particular one is that it doesn't have Velcro on the back here, so just with those pop studs, meaning that if you want to get it out or move it around, etc., it's a lot quieter. As you can hear on the front, I mean, that to me is so unsubtle. If you're in an environment where you don't particularly want to show people that you're getting out your passport or your phones or something like that, I don't find Velcro that appealing. But then again, you know, if you're in a smaller, quieter environment, you've arrived in country or something, blah blah blah, you know, that really isn't going to make a difference. Or, you know, you sat in your car nice and quiet. Yeah, so the big question, of course, with these things with me is how they hold up, you know, when they're dropped, shoved in and out of bags repeatedly, when, you know, everything's used multiple times, how it holds up. I'm going to be traveling for work soon. I'm going to take this one along and see how it holds up. I mean, yeah, I think really I can sit here and wax lyrical about it, but until I'm actually using it and showing you, you know, how it is holding up and whether anything does split or anything comes apart, it's kind of a moot point, most of what I'm saying. You can see how big it is, you can see the size. As I say, that will slip in there again just to show you orientation of size. You can get a solid amount of gear in there, and the big advantage, of course, is you know exactly where it is. You don't have to go rooting around in your pockets to try and find it. So yeah, as I mentioned, so much cheaper than Maxpedition. I'm not sure if the quality is competitive or not. Give me a couple of weeks and I'll find out for you. But on initial unboxing here, it looks pretty good, and it's exactly the right size for what I was looking for. All right, guys, thanks as always. It's a nice quickie today. We'll catch you all in follow-up vids to show you how it's holding up. Also, some other bits and pieces coming up for review, which are slightly different to the norm. All right, cheers, guys. Catch you all soon.